Good evening, Nick. It's Friday, October 3rd, and change is a pretty good topic. I like that. I mean, it's autumn, the weather's changing, the leaves are changing. I've changed jobs. Oh yeah, did I mention that I got a new job? I don't know if I mentioned I got a new job a while back, but I have a new job now, and it's kind of sweet. And also my health is changing because I've got a cold right now, and it really sucks. So you mentioned in your video about like how you are not really worried about the change in your department, even though there are changes that do kind of suck. But you're not going to lose your job, and there are a few people who are like, "Oh my God, I might lose my job," and that would be like the worst thing ever because I need my job. And it really got me thinking that I just don't find change that scary anymore. I did a jump cut there because I couldn't remember what I was in the middle of saying and how I was going to finish that rant, so I kind of had to stop. But Nick, I remember when I was, first finishing up high school, and I was like, oh man, I'm going to college, and everything's gonna be really different, and I gotta leave my girlfriend behind, and I gotta leave all my friends behind, and everything's gonna be really different now, and it was scary, and I cried a lot. I don't know if you've noticed a trend in these videos, but there are a lot of things that cause me to cry. It's kind of a thing. It's always been a thing for me, but hey, I can admit it. It's not that bad. And yeah, it was scary and horrible at first, but I got used to it, Nick. And I've gotten all different jobs that I've had, and I've jumped from job to job. Although I finally found a place that I actually am going to stay for a while, and hopefully a good long while. But like, I feel for those people that you work with that are afraid of they're losing their jobs, because sometimes that kind of disruption can like really freak you out. I can understand it's really freaky, and sometimes maybe you shouldn't panic as much as you can, but I think the problem is that they don't necessarily have a contingency plan right now. So I believe that people are like really good at adapting to change, like how we changed our, farming techniques over the years, especially when like the little ice age came around and we were able to like still feed all these people despite the fact that crop yields were way, way, way less than ever before. And that was a major change for humanity as a whole, but we were still able to adapt, and so humans can adapt on the whole. But it's a little freaky when we're not exactly sure how we need to adapt, and we think that it may cause like problems like death. Yes, that was supposed to sound like a question. Yes, when we think that it's going to cause death, that's definitely a problem. And losing your job can definitely make it sound like death might be possible, or at least imminent. Like Nick, the whole of human history, people have had to work to get food, like whether hunters and gatherers, or farmers, or heck, even pirates had to put themselves in danger's way and just like swashbuckle through hordes of enemies in order to get what they needed to eat. And when you feel like you're going to lose your job, it can feel like you are going to literally die. So I guess I like kind of started talking about change at first, but literally I think the part that's more interesting about your video than change on the whole, Nick, is how people react when they feel like they're going to lose their livelihood. I mean, like job reports from this month were like really encouraging. Over 200,000 jobs were added, and unemployment is down below 6% for the first time since like 2008, which is awesome. But that doesn't mean people are always super confident that they're gonna find jobs. And I also feel that work is like really intimately tied to identity, and is like really important how we see ourselves and how we're going to function in this world, and like it's really meaningful to our like souls, which I think I'll talk more about next time. I actually wrote an essay on it once, not one for school, but because for fun. And so I think it'll be a really interesting discussion point for us. Nick, let me know more about what you think about people losing their jobs and how important it is, and I'll see you on Monday.